Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the Canadian Techie podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Google I/O, which just happened this week, and there was a lot to cover. First thing that Google announced was Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. Google announced that various hardware partners sold over 400 million Android-based devices, and over 1 million Android phones and tablets are activated every single day. Android 4.1 Jelly Bean has a few new features. First one being Project Butter, which is Google's attempt to make the whole Android UI very fast and fluid and smooth. It includes triple buffering in the graphics pipeline to ensure consistent frame rates with interface animations. Some also features include icon arranging. This feature allows users to move apps around the screen, which is similar to iOS. So when you place a new widget or app, then other apps will move out of the way so it can make room for that widget or app or whatever you're placing on the home screen. Another feature to adding to 4.1 Jelly Bean is offline voice typing. Like before, in ice cream sandwich, you would have to you would need some kind of data connection, whether it be 3G, 4G, or Wi-Fi. Now, they've made the offline voice typing small enough that you can just download it and then use your voice to send text. And then what everyone was speculating was the Google Nexus 7 tablet, which features Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, a 7-inch display with 1280 by 800 pixel resolution, scratch-resistant Corning glass, a 1.2 megapixel camera, and a built-in NFC and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It also includes it's powered by NVIDIA's Tegra 3 chip, which has a quad-core processor and 12-core graphics chip, 1 gig of RAM, and pre-installed Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. And it has a 4,325 milliamp hour battery, which they claimed would get you about 8 to 9 hours. And this tablet is made by ASUS, and ASUS had a tablet that they announced back at CES in 2012 in January, and that just disappeared, and it became the Nexus 7. And then Google also announced the Nexus Q, which is a home streaming device, and it's kind of a ball shape, and it kind of takes all content that you've got from the Google Play Store, like music, videos, movies, but it only works with it's kind of it does require Android smartphone or tablet connected to the same Wi-Fi network to access content offered on Google Play. And the Nexus Q will let users collaborate with their friends through an Android phone or tablet to put together music and video playlists. The Nexus Q ships in mid-July and costs about $299 for a 16 gigabyte model. And the Nexus 7 tablet, it also ships in mid-July, and it comes in 8 and 16 gigabyte versions. The 8 gig is $199 or $209 if you're in Canada, which I am, $249 for 16 gig, and $259 if you're in Canada. And I would recommend 16 gig because 8 is kind of not enough. But 16 is also kind of not enough, but there's no micro SD card slot, so you can't add more storage. What Google also showed off was the Google Plus tablet app. Um, um, and apparently Google's updating the Google Plus app, so then it works like so it's kind of looks like it's made for the iPad, but so far that hasn't come out yet. And also Google's co-founder Sergey Brin showed off Google's Project Glass, which is a futuristic mounted computer. You probably might have seen the video already, where it's showing a guy typical days, like he can send messages, he can find directions, he can video chat, but technically he's not being seen by other person. And so far, if you're at Google I/O, you could pre-order it for $1,500, and it would ship in early 2013. That one that you pre-ordered, and it's supposed to come out at least by maybe end of 2013 or 2014, like available to consumers. And that's it for day 1 of Google I/O 2012. Day 2. Google first started off with Google Chrome and Google Chrome for iPhone and iPad. It's actually pretty good. There is some. Well, it actually is pretty fast, but sometimes it can get. If you have a bunch of tabs open, if you go to one tab, well, it'll load up, and then if you go to another tab, it'll load it, like it'll kind of gray it out, and then it'll load it, and then it has to reload it again. That's kind of an issue, showing that that Google Chrome couldn't be is not as full potential like it is on the computer or for Android. Also, they announced Google Drive, the Google Drive app for iOS and for Chrome OS, which allows you to access your stuff, your files and stuff that you've stored on Google Drive. Google also announced that Chromebooks are going to be 3 times faster than their original and will be in about 100 US Best Buy stores and other retail outlets across the US. Google also revealed that the company is working on with a series of computer makers to release more Chromebooks by the Christmas season. And that's basically it for Google I/O 2012. Well, also this week it came out in Canada was the Galaxy S3, which features a 4.8 HD Super AMOLED screen with a resolution of 1280 by 720, which is similar to the Galaxy Nexus, which was released last year. Depending on which carrier you go to in Canada, the Galaxy S3 goes for, if you want the 16 gig one, it's $159 on either Rogers, Bell, or Telus, and it comes in Pepper Blue or Marble White. I would say, actually it doesn't matter which choice. And then the 32 gig one on same carriers, it's for $209 on a 3-year contract. And also Wind Mobile and Mobilicity have it. Wind Mobile has it only for new customers only. If you're existing customer, can't, and you want to upgrade to the Galaxy S3, you can't do that yet because they have a shortage of them, so they decided to go with new activations only. The Galaxy S3, that's in North America or in Canada. It's basically the same as the ones in the US. It has a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Snapdragon S4 processor, which I've seen a bunch of tests that's saying it's as fast as the international version with the quad-core Exynos processor. It also features 2 gigs of RAM, 8 megapixel camera, 16, 32, or 64 gig versions. Micro SD card slot comes in Pebble Blue or Marble White. The 64 gig version isn't available at anywhere. Only 16 and 32 gigs are available so far. 64 gigs are coming soon. And that basically wraps up the first episode of the Canadian Techie podcast. Hope you enjoy. So far, I haven't finalized anything of schedule, like if it's gonna be like once a week or like bi-weekly or maybe once a month, because I'm just starting out. So see you next time on episode